It's 10:07 and I'm uploading for the purpose of property theft and property fraud that's occurring in County Kerry. Now, we're all aware that there's been corruption addressed as a consequence of my crime prevention, and the corruption has been of health and wealth, and that has been over a very long period of time. So the issue that I'm raising for the authorities this morning is not just the unlawful care orders, not just the issue of crimes against the Roman Catholic Church and individuals of bad faith practices offending my faith and my family, but also the issue of a bunch of keys from 18 Rock Street that were stolen from me by individuals claiming to be of a fire inspection assessment at 18 Rock Street, apartment 2, where all my belongings and contents were stolen from. These people that claimed to be of a fire inspection were a private agency, not affiliated or associated with any Kerry County Council contractuality between I and Kerry County Council in a HAP arrangement. So the private company, the information that has been of crime against my good name, character and reputation, the creative intellectual property theft from 18 Rock Street apartment 2, the damages done in 18 Rock Street apartment 2, the linoleum on the flooring, the evidence that has been presented are all being brought to the attention of the European Court of Human Rights. Now, as a farm holder, as a woman of farm management since 2014, and having worked with the Department of Agriculture and TAMS 2 schemes, those that are offending my identity, my property and my family are still of huge dangerous debt that is still unmet. So there's false reporting occurring. There are individuals still stealing and putting people's families at risk. These people are a liability to all reform and recovery that I am responsible for. Those that are of claims regarding fellowship and federation are suffering from a mental illness of the mind that isn't safe to be supporting, especially as it insults the reality of this situation, which has required recovery. So those bunch of keys stolen from me on the 22nd of September, and those individuals that are offending Narcotics Anonymous and that are assisting any mental health professionals that are of defame of my character, that brought about mental health reforms, any practitioners that are offending psychiatry and Narcotics Anonymous that I have been working with, I would advise you to err on the side of caution. The state that owes me a debt for damages, harms and losses and defamation are not making our children safe. So those practitioners that are already in trouble with the Hippocratic Oath and that are coveting from my property might be warned to be very careful about their previous crimes, that they still owe huge damages for the damages they've caused. They owe so huge a damage, like even just this matter, my tooth is just one small innocent incident, but there are bigger, more dangerous incidents with my little baby boy legally from my care. Whether they're able to read the law or do their sums is a huge concern for me as well, having been in the field of education for the past 20 years. So this is just an update with regard to the rights of this situation and the wrongs that have to be corrected. Those bunch of keys that have been stolen are being brought again to the attention of the Garda Síochána, stolen from me on the 22nd of September, or the Department of Justice, should I say, and those using my Fernan name, anyone entitling themselves to anything from my Fernan bloodline or ancestry might be aware of what their crimes are against my Fernan family and their offences that they owe huge debts for. So the crime prevention that I'm of is being offended with crime, and the government, the Dáil, is aware of its obligations to my hierarchy of needs that are urgent, immediate, due to the nature of crime and theft and fraud from my personal belongings, as we've seen at 18 Rock Street. And those associating themselves with my Fernan name and my family of Fernan that people have been offending, I might remind you of the huge casualty that has been caused. It's very serious. So this is an ongoing issue. The authorities are being made aware that there is more crime being conducted against my good name, character and reputation, and the government has obligations to my housing needs immediately due to the nature of offence that I'm experiencing by individuals that are liable and that are liabilities to children's future safety. I've been of huge crime crime prevention, it's all being put at risk. So the longer that my hierarchy of needs are delayed by people that don't know how to do their jobs properly, that don't know how to read the law, that don't know how to behave properly, and that don't know how to do their sums, then the longer we're stuck back in Neanderthal times. So that's a sad sign of the times as far as I'm concerned as a qualified educated professional. And the longer that these people get in the way of progress, then unfortunately progress is delayed. So this is an update. The government, would you kindly please address my hierarchy